All right, we are live on the Wizard's Den. This is February 3rd, I believe, 2025. There's the old owl that used to sit at my grandparents' house, my father's parents. There's the old owl that I've seen ever since I was a child, and I've inherited this nice little piece of home decor. My grandfather loved owls, and there's another owl blanket right there. You can see there. So anyway, this is the Wizard's Den. Some of my posters and things. There's Dolly. There's Iron Maiden, Power Slave, and the Grateful Dead, and all these fun posters and stuff. Da Vinci, The Trooper, Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. We're listening to a bit of Pink Floyd right now, and I'm listening to Saucer Full of Secrets, Pink Floyd's second album they did in 1968. This is Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun right now. And we are talking about tarot and numerology, and I did post something here recently in a group chat and all this kind of crazy stuff, and I probably shouldn't have done that. That's probably a bad idea to post these kind of things in group chat, and unless these people are, my chat sometimes winds up getting hijacked or something, and it's probably in bad taste. I apologize for anybody that's watching this right now and is like, oh my lord, I keep getting your crap. And so anyway, I'll probably start a different page. I'm doing most of the stuff off my personal page, and so I'm just kind of using my personal page as my page that I'm doing my, occult studies and my, the stuff that I'm trying to do with what I call the Wizard's Den. And, it's basically just kind of like not really a podcast, but some kind of a thing like that. That's I'm just doing to impart the occult mysteries and to have discussions and conversations on the occult mysteries and sciences. Now we're looking right now. We're looking at 3 trump cards, which are the 3 trump cards in correspondence with the number 999. This is a very interesting layout. This is a very interesting thing that actually I discovered kind of on my own, honestly, just from studying the occult and studying tarot and Kabbalah. And I found this correspondence kind of hidden in these tarot cards, and realizing that the number 9 is in each one of these cards. The number 27, the number 27 is in each one of these cards hidden. It's in the 27's here, 27's here, 27's here. So you have 2 plus 9, excuse me, it's 2 plus 7, which would be 9. And so you have 3 9s. If you look at the symbology in the card, and we'll get into that. There's a symbology of 2 in the card, and there's a symbology of 7. These 2 numbers appear in these 3 cards, and these are the 3 cards that represent the goddess in her 3 different forms, and basically it elucidates and is the mystery of the 999 or the threefold 9 is in these cards. So the meaning is to be basically extrapolated from these cards, and to get more into threefold numbers, basically to understand numerology, and if you get into sometimes they call angel numbers or whatever this kind of stuff. These I'm going to flip this around so you can see me. I'm going to go ahead and just, if I can do this really quickly, can I flip this around? Yes, let me see if I can do this. Flip. Hello. What we got here is the threefold numbers, and a lot of people this is kind of a mystery thing, 777, 666, all these threefold numbers, and what does this stuff mean? And it appears in the Bible, and it appears in Revelation in the Bible, and all these things, and a lot of people think the number 666 is the number of the devil, or some things like this that's been kind of misinterpreted over the years, and it's misunderstood, and a lot of this stuff, it goes down a rabbit hole that is much more difficult to just kind of delineate the explanation in just a few sentences, or just to make it suffice to know that the common understanding of these things is incorrect. Okay, it's totally incorrect, and it's nothing but a bunch of profane bullshit. Okay, it's complete profane bullshit, and it's a degradation of sacred mysteries and the sacred arts and the occult sciences. So, which Christians were involved with, and I won't get into all that, but the early Christians were basically Platonists, and they understood, Hellenized Jews that were very well aware of these type of the mysteries of the Greeks, and the divine incarnation doctrine and all these kind of things, and they just kind of put it into their own culture and Jewish dress, and they wrote the Gospels, to just kind of say that simply. So not to go into all that, but here we're going to talk about now. Threefold numbers are basically what they are, is that number in its threefold nature. Now, let me explain this. Now, there's all kinds of, things you can also say about these threefold numbers. Now, they represent several different principles, okay, as threefold. Excuse me, I probably should have taken a Benadryl before I did this video. I tried to take myself alive. I got some allergies, so pardon me. They are threefold numbers, okay? So if we're looking at these cards right here that I was showing you, okay, I'll flip it around again. I'm going to show you these cards, okay? All right, if we're looking at these cards right here, one represents you could say simply the past, present, and future, okay? Okay. The other is, like in the Trinity of Christianity, you have the Father, the Holy Spirit, and the child, okay? So the Trinity doctrine, okay? So you have, that kind of thing. The Father, the Mother, and the child, okay? You also have the mind, body, the three essences of mind, body, soul, or spirit, I should say, spirit, body, and soul. There's all these threefold connotations here, okay? And in the first card, you can see it is the High Priestess, okay, which is attributed by the moon, okay? So its attribution, it's ruled, I guess that was the word I was looking for, ruled by the moon. Now, this you see, there's the High Priestess in this card, and you kind of see her there's this bow floating in front of her. There's this kind of matrix of this kind of like a grid of matrix in front of her, and then there's all these like fruits of the earth and this camel at the bottom, because it's not to get into all that, but that's referring to the actual Hebrew letter, which means camel. And we can get into that later. Basically showing you the fruits of the earth. And basically this represents the matrix of creation before it becomes into physical being. Okay, so this is kind of like, it's like all the potential of creation and the power, that initial potential power. Now, the 2 is represented in the card itself. You can see at the top there's a 2, okay? And the 7, if you look very closely at the top, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 crescents, okay? And not only is there 7 crescents in her crown, but also the number 7 has to do with creation, okay? And so the fruits of the earth and these things at the bottom also are pointing to this number 7, okay? Now, so there's the number 27 in that card, okay? You look here, and you have the number 8. Is the trump card 8. Now, this is very particular because Crowley changed the positions of these trump cards, okay? This is very significant to understand. If you're using a different tarot deck that is, say, a Rider-Waite deck or a basic deck that is, basically every other deck but the Thoth deck, that Crowley designed, the trump placements. There's 2 Trump placements that are reversed. Okay, and Crowley also calls these cards. They has a little bit of different names for these cards. And so he switches 2 of them. Okay, and this is one. This is one of the particular ones that he switched. This used to be card, I believe, 11, and now it's card 8, and 8 is now 11. So he changes it. This card is Adjustment, or sometimes known as Justice, and it's ruled by Libra. Now, if you're a Kabbalist, you would understand this is Mother Achamoth. This is Sophia in another form. Every one of these cards is a different aspect of Sophia. Okay, what the Gnostics would call Sophia, the goddess Sophia, which is a principle of God that is responsible kind of for the physical universe. She is kind of looked at as kind of being like basically Mother Nature. She is understood